This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Season's greetings to you all. I'm Shashina. Well, as always, it is so great to have you with us. Well, today marked a brand new day for the country as Bahamians observed the first majority rule holiday. It was a long time coming, but through an act of Parliament last year, January 10th has finally received the recognition many say it deserves. The Ministry of Grand Bahama organized a special celebration in honor of this day that changed the course of history for the country. The first majority rule celebrations on Grand Bahama went off without a hitch. Hundreds of residents lined Pioneer's Way to celebrate one of the most important accomplishments in the country's history. Head boy of Bishop Michael Eldon School, David Ferguson, reminded the youth that the struggle leading up to the year of 1967 was indeed real.
Our fearless Bahamian freedom fighters united their efforts. The injustice majority, courageous men and women, fought for equal freedom, status, wages, economic opportunities, and political rights of all Bahamians.
Those in attendance witnessed performances from the new generation, the talented Grand Bahama Youth Choir, and the five-time winner of the National Arts Festival, the Tabernacle Falcons. The first Member of Parliament for Grand Bahama, Maurice Moore, and those who are a part of the suffrage movement were also in attendance. Minister for Grand Bahama, Dr. Michael Darville, encouraged all Bahamians to unite.
We must use this precious moment in our history to remember those men and women who fought against injustices and for equality for all Bahamians. Ladies and gentlemen, as we pause to reflect on where we have come from as a people and to observe this important moment in history, we must first and foremost give God thanks for His goodness and mercies, and secondly, make the commitment to unite as a people irrespective of our differences.
The celebrations got underway with Pastor Simeon Alton and his band. And what's the celebration without the legendary cooling waters? Residents got something and waved and took over the streets celebrating this first majority rule holiday. Residents on Grand Bahama say they are excited about this day, many of whom believe it is long overdue.
I feel like it is long overdue. It should have been done a long time ago. I'm so happy that they're being recognized today.
We're celebrating today because we are liberated. Liberated, I'm talking about spiritually. Even though it doesn't look like it, God is still in control.
This is a wonderful day for everybody to get together, and we try to blend our hearts and our minds together as one. It's enjoyable.
I watched when we couldn't come up in Freeport because of the chain across the gate. And I live to see the day. I thank God for that.
The Royal Bahamas Police Force Band and the Bahama Brass Band were also a part of the celebrations. Residents say their hope is that this parade becomes an annual event. Well, 47 years ago, a new day dawned, ushering in equality for all Bahamians. Tonight, Grand Bahamians who are a part of the struggle to attain majority rule are reflecting on this historic occasion and the journey leading up to this national observance. John Davis Roll has this story.
There are accounts of the events which led to majority rule, the historic moment in time when there was a shift of power from the white minority to the black majority, are as vivid today as they were 47 years ago, when the late Sir Lyndon Pinling was described as a common-day Moses, and Sir Randall Fox a great man of courage and a father of labor.
It's like when God sent Pharaoh, Moses, to Pharaoh to let his people go, and Pharaoh wouldn't let him go. Pharaoh said, I will not let the people go. But God continued sending Moses, and Moses continued going to Pharaoh, and Pharaoh decided Pharaoh have to let the people go. And that's how it was with on January 10, 1967, when we regained majority rule, that God intervened. That's why we should always give God to me. So, as Randall Fox, the one who joined on with the PLP, the UBP, they sent him after the election and the battle was come, they sent a blank check to him. I guess many of you all might hear this. They sent him a blank check and tell him put any amount on it so that he could come over to the PLP. So he could come to the UBP so that the UBP could still be in charge. And so it was God who intervened at that time in the mind of Sir Randall Fox. Sir Randall Fox said, no, I will stick with my black people.
Back then, many were fighting for justice for all and equality for the masses. And now, 47 years later, those on the front line of the struggle were fighting back tears. Former ambassador and a man who, along with 17 others, helped to craft a new chapter in this country's history.
I am now one of the 7 who are still alive. A. Loftus Roker, A.D. Hanna, former governor, Warren Lavarity, Albert Donaldson, Edmund Moxey, and Charter Folks, our governor.
Then there were persons like Dennis Preacher Hall and women who were part of the suffrage movement.
The way they were carrying on Freeport, I didn't like it, and I fight for my taxi drivers in Freeport. By so doing, I fight for the whole company, whole area. I was charged in the magistrate court for driving my taxi on Freeport Road.
I remember when the women sat down on Bay Street, and I say, my sister Lucy and I said, we're going out there now. Mama said, where are you going? Young ladies don't sit down in the street. You don't do that. What you have to do, you just do it. But we wanted to be a part of that.
He said, I call you all to let you all know I am going to England Friday morning to the Queen to get women right to vote.
Joan Davis Roll, ZNS Network News.
Great story, Joan. Well, this majority rule holiday is a special one for the Enough is Enough campaign as well. This group was officially launched today, and coordinator Kendall Colbrook says the movement is all about empowering Bahamians to own a stake in this economy. The movement held its official launch on Tino Beach today.
I say to you, it's time for us to invest in our own people. This movement is no political movement. This has nothing to do with ties against individuals or ethnic groups. This is primarily for Bahamians. This is majority rule. We will be the majority, not of just laborers, but we will be the majority of owners here in the Bahamas.
Well, Colbrook says they want to ensure that Bahamians are first in the Bahamas, and says during today's launch they will kick off a Bahamian campaign that will help to protect Bahamians in business.
We are tired of people just having us as laborers. We're tired of making other people millionaires. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a website where every Bahamian-owned business can drop their cards in there, put it on the website, so that we can know who is Bahamian and who we want to spend our money with. Here's one of the things, as time progresses, we would like to not just ask the gas station owner for a discount on his gas, because we'll have such a volume of numbers. We would like to own our own gas station. We would like to be able to sell gas to anyone that holds a card for Solution or for the Enough movement. We would like for you to be able to go there and get the gas at cost, no markup, no profit. We would like to own our own grocery stores so that you can get your own grocery at cost. This is what this movement is all about, empowering Bahamians.
Now get this, police on Grand Bahama are looking for a woman who robbed a man of his cell phone in the Lucaya area on Wednesday night. Police tell us that the man was in the Lucaya area using his LG Nexus cell phone when a woman snatched the phone and ran. The man pursued the female, and when he caught up with her, She punched him in the face, causing injuries. The woman fled in a black vehicle. Police are asking anyone with any information to contact them as soon as possible.
Bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Grand Bahama hosting an international conference of members of the Lions Club this weekend. Lions District Governor is a member of the local body, and the weekend event is expected to be one of many to attract such influential groups to Grand Bahama. John Davis Roll reports.
A local organization with a global reach hosting delegates from the United States, the Freeport Lions Club holding its 3-day winter conference at the Grand Lucine Resort. District Governor for the Lions Club of Florida and the Bahamas, Dudley Bent, says the conclave is just the beginning of what's to come for the Bahamas and the region.
I decided to bring the conference here because 40 years ago, 1974, just after independence, we hosted this conference, and 40 years later I decided to bring it back when I won the election and swearing in Hamburg, Germany in June. And it's where you can stimulate the economy, and also there's a picture behind it. I'm trying to win votes to get a convention here, which would be a bigger scale than just a conference. So it's one of the things I bring them here so they can see what we have to offer here and enjoy the hospitality that we have here in the Bahamas.
International Director Stephen Glass says the work of the Lions organization in the Bahamas has been tremendous.
It's wonderful to be here in Grand Bahamas and be with these wonderful Lions of 35N. I'm an international director, and as such, we're invited to go to district conventions and conferences and talk about the International President's Program and hopefully motivate some Lions into leadership positions and doing greater service work. But it's going to be easy here this weekend because this group of Lions are motivated. We've got a great leadership in this district, and I feel wonderful. Feel very blessed to be here.
District Governor Bent says that they are committed to the ideals which govern the service organization, and he's appealing for more Bahamians to serve.
There is one Lions Club in the Bahamas for the past 46 years. And I'd love to see another club somewhere in the Bahamas, Nassau, for example, because we're getting a lot of kids out in Nassau who need glasses, and if we can get a club there. But Bahamians need to understand that volunteer service is needed in this country, and we have to dedicate ourselves to give back to the community because we get so much out of it, but time to give back.
Joan Davis Roll, ZNS Network News.
A local fraternity celebrated 100 years of community service yesterday. With over 150,000 members worldwide, festivities have begun all over the world. Tonight, the president of the local chapter talks about some of the accomplishments here on this island.
President of the local chapter, Adrian Carey, says the fraternity continues to make positive contributions in the local Grand Bahama community. This year, they are celebrating those grand achievements.
Half of the Empire State Building was lit blue and white in commemoration for the 100th year anniversary. Tonight, Brother Al Sharpton will be hosting the international president on his program on CNBC. In addition to that, tomorrow morning, Brother Al Roker will be hosting the international president in New York on the Good Morning America show to highlight and commemorate 100 years. On Saturday, there are a number of galas being performed, including, and Harry Belafonte will headline one of them. Following his speech, an honorary member, Brother William Jefferson Clinton, everybody knows him as Bill Clinton, he will also be speaking and giving a speech as well.
The local chapter of Phi Beta Sigma is excited about celebrating the 100 years. Carey adds that this chapter has come up with a 100-point plan when it comes to community service here in Freeport.
We have been in the past involved with the HIV/AIDS committee. We have been involved with the Keep Grand Bahama Clean committee. We've had successful dollar days to help persons within the Grand Bahama community, and those sort of events will continue. Immediately following this activity, we will engage in more community service, including bringing young men together, forming a mentorship club, which we know is a national program called our Sigma Beta Club, specifically for a set of individuals that have already started. We also want to continue that on a mentorship note and bring awareness to the matter of HIV.
Member Dr. Gregory Swan say they are truly proud of their accomplishments here on Grand Bahama and internationally.
Sigma is one of the only fraternity that has as many as 7 community outreach programs, including the AIDS program, Sigma Reading Activity Program, Bigger Business Better clubs, in terms of developing characters in young men, in terms of promoting social activities. That's one of the bases of Phi Beta Sigma, and which is represented here today.
Happy Centennial to the men of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity.
A part of everything.
Stay with us. Ricardo Lightborn is up next with sports.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Sports and Ricardo Lightborn. This one tonight goes out to Dolores Nottage down there in New Providence. Hey, let's rock and roll on a holiday. Well, the Taylor University Trojans baseball team focuses on Grand Bahama for 2 weeks of training. There is 2 feet of snow right now on the ground in Indiana. The baseball players here, shorts and t-shirts. The Taylor University baseball team out of Indiana is on Grand Bahama training in preparation for its 2014 baseball season. Taylor U is no stranger to Grand Bahama. A number of teams have used the island as a training site. Coach Kyle Gould says it's a wonderful experience for his players and will help them tremendously.
We came 4 years ago, and we're real excited. Been planning on coming back ever since, and so, you know, we'll come down here. We'll practice in the morning. We'll be out here at the YMCA having practice. We'll take some classes. We brought a professor from our college with us, and then we're also going to be doing baseball clinics in the area and visiting some of the schools and just helping out in the community wherever we can.
The game of baseball is a complete team sport, and the catchers and pitchers have to be on the same page. The atmosphere is conducive to team development, and 2 weeks Taylor University will spend on Grand Bahama is worth it.
Weather's great. We've got a foot of snow back at home, so that's certainly an advantage. But the people here were so welcoming, the schools, and then with the church and with baseball, the people like here at the Y, and what these guys do to just roll out the red carpet and give us a great baseball experience.
The expectations is high for the Taylor baseball team. Putting in the work and determination of the ball players should reap success.
You can see us out here today. We got guys kind of taking some ground balls, some fly balls. Our pitchers will be throwing. But for us, our season starts in February, so it's just a chance for us to come down for some preseason training. We won't be playing any games or scrimmaging, so it's more just practices to get ready to go. But to your other point, we came here 4 years ago and had such a great experience that then our track team wanted to come down, and then the next year our women's softball team came down. So Taylor, the university as a whole just loves Freeport and wants to be here and be involved as much as we can.
The Taylor U baseball players have much to celebrate this season. 2 weeks on Grand Bahama in warm weather and a total Bahamian experience. Well, folks, the Grand Bahama Girls Development Soccer League is back on the soccer pitch tomorrow at the Freeport Rugby Club. The girls' soccer rule is the program motto, and its girls of all ages will focus on development. The coaches in the program have actually devoted their time and efforts without remuneration, and also gone a step further to start the preparation for Women's League. And the traveling squad, Mary Knowles, is excited to get back on the soccer pitch tomorrow, and the holiday break has been pretty good. Now it's back to training.
We have 3 or 4 coaches who are willing to help during the week with all-star teams, like in each age division. Leonard Knowles is going to help us in the 6 to 8. We have Rohan Parks, Eon Austin, Donnie, and myself. Us anyway, we're going to work with the 11 and 12 and also the older girls as well. So we're starting to identify, or any girl who wants to come out, I guess it'll start with. And hopefully we'll get to travel to Florida with the team again this year, hopefully with an all-star team. But we do know there's a need to practice more.
Well, girls soccer rule, folks, is again tomorrow, 2 o'clock. It'll be over there at the Freeport Rugby Club. And the Grand Bahama Basketball Association season is underway, and guess what? The way things go, who knows? Anybody could win the title. The Arawak Stars entered the 2014 season as the defending champions, and the opening clash with the Saturday Ballers was a test of what the season will bring. The Ballers gave the Stars fit Clayton Smiley Miller, and the boys will be tough down the stretch. The Stars coach Ross Burrows knows it oh so well. It's not going to be a walk in the park this season, and a team mission, Baby D, is that guiding light.
We have to play the hand that we have dealt with the league, the start of the league season. So we just have to tug it out and try to accomplish our goal, which is to get into Nassau to defend our championship.
Like Coach said, we have one goal in mind, and that's to get back to Nassau to represent Grand Bahama in nationals, and that's what we're going to do, carry out our goal. First step is taking care of season. Second step, championship over here. The third step is nationals.
The Saturday Ballers is a team of rookies and vets, and they're beginning to find some kind of rhythm. Coach Wayne Snake Stubbs knows his ball club is talented. It's just being able to trust each other on the basketball court.
I got a young and the old, and I have a mixing, so I got to get them now to be on one accord and to trust each other. And once I get that, the season, I think it'll come around mid-season, which will be in the next few weeks. I think we'll be all right.
Given the length of the season, both the Saturday Ballers and the Arawak Stars will have to earn the title on the hardwood. And the Grand Bahama Secondary School Athletic Association returns to competition, folks, on Monday with softball and volleyball. President of the association, as Kenton Roll, meeting with his executive team was a good one, and the second half of the sports calendar to be planned out. The intent of the sports year was to have national championships on Grand Bahama and also New Providence. That didn't happen as planned, but there are still hopes.
I know the ministry they try their best to accommodate those teams. They really cooperated with us in terms of assisting with two teams, the GBSSA senior boys and senior girls teams traveled to Nassau for the volleyball championships. Like those teams did very well in terms of the Bishop Michael under 20 girls. They won the championship, and St. George's High School under 20 boys, they came third in the championship. So in terms of volleyball, I'm pleased with the progress of volleyball, and it kind of surprised me also that those teams did so well, because New Providence normally has been a little bit I would say a lot ahead of us in terms of the volleyball, but it shows that the volleyball league is doing a very good job. The PE teachers over here are doing a very good job in terms of normally our weakest sport, which is volleyball.
Well, Monday at the St. George's Gym is the Derek Nesbitt Richie Adderley High School Senior Boys Basketball League. Jack Haywood Wildcats and BMA's Warriors will start the ball bouncing at about 4 o'clock. That'll be followed by Aikmar Rock Blue Jays, Sunland Stingers, and then Tabernacle Falcons will take on the St. George's Jaguars. Should be a pretty good one. And also got to say tonight to Mavis, Nola, Tricia, Elsie, and Henrietta. 5 very lovely ladies. Happy holiday to you guys down there on the islands. That's a look at sports tonight.